Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel and my life. If you're brand new, I'll talk about my life real quick. I had a stroke 3 years ago. I'm not going to talk everything about my life, but anyway, real quick. Had a stroke 3 years ago. Survived that. Had to work really hard to get through that. Then in this last October, I found out that I had lymphoma cancer, and after my first round of chemotherapy, I found out that I had blood bacteria, so I was taking off all chemotherapy. All, keyword all. And anyway, so had to fight that and won that battle of blood bacteria. Thank God, thank you Lord. They found it soon enough that they were able to do something about it, to fight the battle and win. And then I had to go back to fighting my lymphoma cancer after that, after I won that battle. And so I just had my last PET scan for this round. Well, the last PET scan I will have while I'm fighting chemotherapy, unless I'm cancer free. Then I will probably have a PET scan once every 3 months after this, until, to see if I've got any cancer left or not, to see if it's come back. This is the final, yesterday was the final PET scan to see if I have any cancer left so far. So I find out, had the PET scan yesterday, and then the 20th of this month is when I find out the results. And last week I went to a fundraiser for people in Ransom County who got cancer. And a couple weeks ago we had a art project, that art class, that we learned how to use glass and then have it melted down, and to make things for like a night light, to put on a night light, a necklace, or just or it could be I can't think of the right word. Coaster. That's it. We can make a coaster, or you can make something to hang up on your wall. And this is what I made. Because this is pretty close, the same color as for lymphoma cancer. It's kind of like aqua green, I think, or teal. Aqua green or teal. And so anyway, I was thinking of having like a necklace, get another chain and put it on here and have a necklace. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to have this, wherever I am, I'm going to have this hanging on my wall to remind me of my fight with lymphoma cancer winning. So anyway, this is, and the way I made this was I had little pieces of glass that were this color, and this is how I arranged it. Arrange this nice, and this symbol for lymphoma cancer. this is the, so anyway, I don't remember I talked about this in my last video or not, but anyway, made that so I can have that hanging on my wall, or make a plaque and put it on the plaque, and then have that hanging where I live, where I'll be living, wherever I'm living. I will either have this hanging like this, or I will put this on a plaque and have that hanging on my wall somewhere. So anyway, it's glass. So, and actually, the instructor's got a kiln in at her place to melt the glass down and to make something like this. So anyway, I've got a few. I think this is probably the 4th video where I'm talking about cancer. And anyway, this video I'm going to talk about, you know, dealing with your family and friends who, you know, when it comes to dealing with cancer. Anyway, the most important thing I can talk about when it comes to dealing with your family and friends when it comes to cancer is that they will have almost no idea what you're going through. They do not know what you're going through. They do not have any idea what it is like to go through this. They have no idea. I mean, the thing is that, hang on just a second. Diet Dr. Pepper, not regular Dr. Pepper. But they probably will not understand that it can take a month or up to 2 months after you are off all chemotherapy. The chemotherapy IV, the chemotherapy pills you take, the chemotherapy, every kind of chemotherapy. It can take up to 2 months before you should not have any more of the side effects affecting you. It takes up to 2 months for that to happen. And they probably are not going to understand that, I mean, people look at me and go, well, you're healthy, you shouldn't be affected by the side effects anymore. Well, no, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. That is not the case. I mean, it has to be, even though I look very healthy, and I looked healthy through this whole thing, I've looked very healthy through this whole ordeal from my cancer situation, except that I don't have any. I had to shave my hair off because I was losing my hair. Other than that, I've never looked like I had cancer. Never. I mean, even if I was really sick, even though when I was in the hospital and really sick, I don't think I looked like I was extremely sick. I was very sick. but I was. When I first was admitted to the hospital, before I'd gotten any chemo, one of the nurses in the infusion room where I would get my chemo, she said, "Don't you remember when we admitted you the day after I found out that I had chemo, that you were extremely sick?" And I'm like, "No, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember how sick I was, but I must have been. You know, I must have been really sick." I mean, she's a nurse that told me this. So I must have been a lot sicker than I realized. I didn't realize I was sick, that sick when I was first admitted. But I was. So anyway, yeah, your family and friends are not going to understand what you're going through. You know, I mean, if you look pretty healthy, they'll think of you as being pretty healthy, like me. They'll think that, I mean, the family things that I've gone to since October that I've been to, I did not look like I had cancer. I did not look like I was going through chemotherapy. You know, sometimes when I've gone to different things, I did not look like I was, anything was wrong. You know, except for my not having my hair. Other than my hair, did I look like I was, could have died when I had my blood bacteria? I don't think so. Not that I know of, not that I remember. You know, so the way you look can fool a lot of people. If you look pretty healthy, people think you're pretty healthy. Oh, you look healthy, you look pretty good. It's like, okay, but they don't realize that you can look healthy and going, you know, have just gone through 3 consecutive days of getting chemotherapy. I mean, some people do not look like anything's wrong. I mean, when I was going through chemotherapy, I've got pictures of me eating when I'm literally getting chemotherapy. When I'm literally getting chemo, when I have a IV in my arm and I am getting chemo meds into my arm and I'm literally eating at the same time. I have pictures of that. And I did not get queasy. I did not get sick from it. I did not have a lot of pain. There were a few times, I think the first time I had got a little queasy, but that was it. And one day I had a lot of pain, and that was it. But other than that, I don't know what it's like to have a lot of pain, you know, with chemotherapy. There's some people that they spend the time when they finish one chemotherapy, they're busy working at recovering to the next time they have chemotherapy. They're working at recovering from that the whole time. I don't know what that's like. I have no idea what that's like. If you are, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through so much crap. But I haven't. I haven't gone through that, I'm sorry. But anyway, some people go through an awful lot, and some people don't. It could be the chemotherapy they're taking. I mean, it could be the chemotherapy they're taking. It could be their age. It could be genetics. They're just genetically, able to go through chemotherapy with almost no side effects. I think some people have a few side effects. I mean, I've had a few. I mean, losing my hair for one, the biggest one. I've had some other side effects from the chemotherapy. But there are some people that have no side effects at all. None. They don't lose their hair. They're not sick. They're not in pain. They have nothing, they're very fortunate. There are some people that are very unfortunate. They've got everything. They lose their hair. They got a lot of pain, and they're sick all the time. I'm really sorry for you folks. I'm really sorry. If I was going through that, I don't know if I could do that or not. I don't know if I could or not. But anyway, I wish there was something I could, I hope this video could hopefully inform, hopefully my family members watch this and see, wait, even though I look, and understand what I went through when I was going through the chemotherapy. I mean, you can look completely healthy and be going through chemotherapy, and yet, it's, I mean, you can look completely healthy and feel completely healthy. I mean, when you're going through chemotherapy, just because someone doesn't look sick doesn't mean they aren't going through some major, something huge. Going through chemotherapy is a huge thing. It's a huge issue something huge to go through. I mean, some people just, they don't understand that. They don't realize that you're going through something. I mean, they know you're going through something so serious as chemotherapy, but they just think, oh, you look healthy, so you must be healthy. You must be pretty healthy. You're just, just because you look, healthy means you're not going through something very serious, but going through chemotherapy is very serious. And a blood bacteria is extremely serious, So looks can be very deceiving. Looks can be extremely deceiving when it comes to cancer and going through chemotherapy. Because you could look completely healthy, but yet you're not. Yeah, I mean, when I had the blood bacteria, I didn't look like I was extremely sick. At least I don't think I did. I'd have to talk to my nurses and find out, from the VA hospital. I don't think I looked sick. I think I could have been walking down the street and people would have thought of me as someone who had something very seriously and something that could kill me. But yet I did. So, anyway, yeah, when it comes to having cancer and chemotherapy, looks can be very deceiving. Looks can be extremely deceiving. You can look almost completely healthy and have something that is extremely serious. Extremely serious. And you can go from looking pretty healthy to almost dying within a few hours or days. In the case of blood bacteria, that's exactly what it can do to someone. You know, you can look completely healthy. You're going to look like nothing's wrong. And it can kill you within hours or days. You know, a lot of people do not understand that. But, like I say, it's going through chemotherapy and a blood bacteria and cancer. Going through all that is no joke. I mean, they're very serious to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand what's going on with you when you're going through cancer and when you're going through chemotherapy. It's easy for them not to get it because you look so healthy. Oh, you look so healthy. You don't look like you have cancer. Oh, okay. How am I supposed to look? Like I'm about to die? You know. If I was about to die, then I'd look like it. But not when you are doing a great job of being able to handle it. You're only going to look sick when you really are. You know? Even if you really are sometimes. You know, you're not going to look like you've got cancer and you aren't going to look like you're about to die until you actually are about to die. But before that, you could look like you've always looked. You know? I mean, without the hair. But other than that, you know, I could show you pictures of me when I was going through chemotherapy. Did I look sick? No. Did I look like I was about to die? No. You know, so that's where your family and friends don't understand what you're going through. I just wish my family members would understand what's going on. That they could understand that it takes up to 2 months after I'm off all chemotherapy to not have any side effects from it. You know, I mean, like my blood sugar, you know, it has to be 2 months at least before my blood sugar is can get back down to where it should be. And even the last few days, my blood sugar has been below 200, you know. It was 158 tonight when I had it checked. You know? And it's supposed to be 200 below to have a PET scan. And yesterday when I had it, yesterday morning when I had my PET scan, it was 153 before I ate breakfast. And I ate breakfast and went to Fargo. It was 158 before I had my PET scan. 158, that's it. You know, that's where it should be most of the time. Okay, so the people in my family who were worried that when I'm on my own, if I find out that I'm completely cancer-free and I'm fine, you know, I'm definitely leaving. You know, I'm at a nursing home, I'm at a veterans nursing home in North Dakota, and I'm leaving I'm leaving the last day of June or the first day of July, and I am going back to my place in Fargo unless it isn't, it got flooded a while ago. Hang on here. Get some more. But unless a lot of the repairs have not been done, I'm going back. I'm leaving. Going back to my place in Fargo. If it isn't, then I'll be going back to my parents' place for a little while until it is done. Then I'll be going back to my place in Fargo. So either way, something else would have to happen to me, or my PET scan doesn't turn out so good. My PET scan isn't turns out bad, then unless something like that happens, then I'm leaving. Unfortunately, some people in my family don't think that's a good idea, but they do not get what is going on. I don't think they understand completely the situation with chemotherapy and understand that it takes up to 2 months. You know, it takes up to 2 months of being off chemotherapy completely to where it's not going to affect me anymore. They don't get that. They don't understand that. You know. But, I have quite a few people in my family that, you know, oh, you don't know what's going on. Oh, yes, I do know what's going on. Whenever I tell them, I don't know, they seem to blow off whatever I tell them about something. I major in history, talk about history, they blow it off. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I majored in history. Yes, I do. You know, I've got lymphoma cancer. I talk about, and I went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy with 4 dates, 4 sessions of chemotherapy for each round. So that's 24 rounds of chemotherapy. Okay. And I do know what's going on because I'm the one who went through it. They did not. But, yeah. Some people in my family just blow off what I say. They say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. That is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. You know, why can't my family, as I was saying, why can't my family just go, you went through this, you know what you're talking about, and we do not. We did not go through chemotherapy. We did not have cancer. We did not know. We have not found out what's going on, what it is like to do this. Why can't my family just say that? Not everybody in my family, but quite a few members of my family. Why can't they say that? Why can't they say, you're going through this, you know what you're talking about? We do not. You know, but no. I'm the one who doesn't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I'm the one who's going through this. They do not. They are not. Okay? So, I mean, they would much rather have me stay here where it is so frustrating. You know, they'd rather have me stay here. They would rather have me stay at a nursing home the rest of my life. And if something ever happens to me, they don't have to worry about it. It's like, but I'm like, don't worry about it. It would, if something's going to happen to me, it would happen to me no matter where I'm at. You know, I could have been here. I was here 3 years, and well, later on this month, 3 years ago. Okay. I could have gotten cancer then too. You know, or maybe they wouldn't have even done a blood test for my cancer. Maybe they wouldn't have even known that, you know, 3 years ago that I had lymphoma cancer. It is possible. It is possible that they wouldn't have even found out about it. You know? But anyway, I was perfectly fine living on my own. You know, from the time I left here, 2 years ago, this last March 2nd, when I found out I had cancer. I was fine living on my own. My blood sugar was fine. Everything was. I didn't have a job yet. I still don't have my driver's license back yet. You know, but as far as me living on my own, there was no problem whatsoever with me doing that. Maybe, and I don't know why I got cancer. I have no idea. And I don't think anybody can point to something that I've done or not done and said that is the reason why you got lymphoma cancer. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't eat a lot of junk food. I've had some junk food, but not a ton of junk food. You know, there are people that eat a lot of junk food and end up with cancer. Well, okay, fine, but that's not my case, not my situation. I have no idea why I got lymphoma cancer. I mean, so anyway, I just wish, I wish people who never had cancer, never had chemotherapy, would understand that, no, you do not know what you're talking about. You do not know what you're talking about. You do not have, yeah, you have the right to give your opinion, but yet it's an opinion that is very ignorant. Your opinion comes from not understanding everything when it comes to going through cancer, when it comes to going through having chemotherapy. It comes from never having been here at a nursing home to understand what it's like to live here. Yeah, maybe you wouldn't want to live here, but okay, that's fine. But have you ever been here? No. Do you know what it's like being here? No. And how can you give an educated, how can you say that this is what you would do when you've never been here, you've never seen this place, you've never lived here, and yet, I'm supposed to take your opinion for this, for being here. It's like, somebody I know, I would be moving out today if they had their way. If they had their way, I'd be moving out today. Yesterday I would have had all my stuff packed up and ready to go. And boom, off I go. Off I go. If they had their way. But they didn't. I do have my way. I do have a say in what happens. That's why I'm still here. There's some people I know that I would have moved out today. But there's other people in my family who I'd never leave. If they had their way, I would be here for the rest of my life. I'd be here for the rest of my life. I would never move. If they had their way, if they had their way, I would never move. But that just goes to show you how much they know, or how little they know actually. Because I did fine when I was on my own. I didn't, I didn't have a job yet. I was working on being able to take the driving test and getting my license back first before I did that. Before I would go find a job. Let's see. But, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I've had it easier than some people do, but some people are married, have kids, have a family that supports them. In some ways, I've got a family that supports me, but in other ways, in some ways they support me, and in other ways, no. You know, in other ways they don't, because they don't understand that I know what's going on. I'm the one that's gone through. I'm the one that's gone through a lot of crap. That I'm the one who has gone through a whole lot. You know, if they know, they haven't gone through what I've gone through. They don't understand what I'm going through. They don't understand what I've been through. But that's what's so annoying, you know? People say, oh, if you want to do that, that's okay. Oh, wow, it's so annoying to have them say that. Only if I want to do that, if I want to leave, they're okay with that. Well, why can't they say, why can't they say, you know, I think I've got a few siblings that are okay with me leaving before they even know if I want to leave or not. They're like, I've got maybe one or two siblings who are okay with me leaving. You know, just flat out leaving. They're like, yeah, you can do it. You know? They're not like, oh, we're okay with you leave if that's what you want to do. You know, the rest of my siblings are, well, we'd rather you not, but if you do, we're okay with that. It's like, no, that's the wrong answer. That is not the right answer. You know, telling me it's okay if I want to leave, not the right answer. Sophie. Telling me that leaving is being back in my place is the right answer before knowing if I want to leave or not. Saying it's okay if I leave. Being okay and fine with that. You know. But telling me it's okay to leave if that's what I choose to do. Then if you had your way, I'd still be here. Okay. You had your way. If you had your way, I would not be leaving. Okay? Do you really understand what I'm going through here? You know? Do you really understand that? No, you don't. You don't understand. You don't understand that I can be on my own. And that I was perfectly fine before I found out I had cancer and had to get this dealt with. I was perfectly fine. I was making enough money. Getting enough money. Not making enough, but getting enough money. but that's what makes me frustrated. People telling me things I don't want to hear when they're the ones who don't know what they're talking about. When they're the ones who haven't been through this yet. I mean, it's easy to tell me that, oh, you shouldn't be leaving. It's like, okay. It's easy to tell somebody that, but yet, they've never gone through this. They don't know what it's like. But anyway, if you're a family member of mine and you don't think I should leave, I'm sorry, but you don't know what you're talking about. You might have your opinion, but guess what? You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to my life, okay? I don't comment about your life and tell you what you should do or not, what you should and shouldn't do. I mean, none of my siblings, do you want me commenting on stuff you should be doing? At least I don't think you'd want me commenting. I don't think you'd listen to what I had to say. You'd blow me off. I'm not blowing you off. Well, I guess I am blowing them off. But I'm just... yeah, I probably am blowing them off. I'm not doing what you want me to do because you do not know what's going on here. It is my life. I do know what's going on. Okay? That's why I don't comment on your life. Tell you what you should be doing. When it comes to politics, I tell my family members things that are true historically, but yet they believe anything I tell them. Not a thing. But who is a history major and who is not? I was a history major and you were not. Okay? So I know things that are true when I tell you that. When I tell you those things, they're true and you do not. When it comes to your job, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. Why? Because you know a lot more than I do. Okay? I mean, when it comes to history, I know much more than... I think I've probably forgotten more history than everybody in my family combined knows. That's probably not true, but yet it seems like it. Anyway, if I keep going, I'm going to end up with talking for a whole hour. But yeah, like I said before, it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating because my family sees me looking completely healthy and thinking, looking like I'm completely healthy, like nothing, like I'm not even going through, like I've never had cancer, never gone through chemotherapy. I look like I haven't, but I have. And it's, it's been less than 2 months after my last chemotherapy, IV chemotherapy, the chemotherapy pills I've been taking. It's been less than 2 months since that happened, And until it's been over 2 months, I'm still going to have the effects of it. My blood sugar can still go sky high. My hair isn't going to grow back right away. Okay? It takes at least a month or two before it starts growing back a lot. So it might be a while. If after this month and I move back to my place and you're like, well, why isn't your hair old? How come your hair isn't as long as it was before you had chemotherapy, had cancer? Well, that's because it takes at least 2 months, over 2 months, for all the side effects of my chemotherapy to no longer be affecting me. It takes at least 2 months for that to happen. Okay? So, if by the end of July or August my hair still isn't growing very much, then, I guess maybe it won't be growing back a lot then. That's when I'll know that, I'm pretty much going to be bald for the most part the rest of my life. Anyway, oh man. My advice to family members or people who have had cancer and gone through chemotherapy, have to deal with family members or friends or people who don't understand what's going on, I would say look up on the internet the side effects of chemo and of going through chemo and cancer, and understand that it can take at least 2 months. At least 2 months after off of everything before it's no longer affecting someone. Understand that you quit taking chemo one day, you're not going to be completely back to normal within a week or 2 or 3 weeks or a month. It can take up to over 2 months. It can take quite a while. And then hopefully you won't have any more of the side effects still causing problems, or hopefully it'll be done by then. Oh man, let's put this anyway. Oh, my throat. Kind of have a scratchy throat. hopefully, yeah, I mean, I could probably catch any kind of bug, within a 2 month, 2 month period after I'm done with all the chemo and everything. I could probably catch something then. Why? Because my immune system would still be compromised. It would still be less than what it was before I found out I had cancer, before I took the chemo. But anyway, subscribe to my channel below this. Hit the bell so you can get notified of new videos from me. And put your comments or questions below this, and subscribe so I can have double digits. I need one more person to subscribe so I can get into double digits. And if you watch this, please do that. If you aren't already a subscriber, I'm not going to charge you anything to do that. And get PayPal or anything else that people but anyway, talk to you later. Bye.